Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's double upload, we're gonna have the market talk video, and as usual, let's begin with the transfer list. Now, I did make a ton of coins on the fodders. You guys are aware I was still holding the higher rated ones, which I did think there was an opportunity at making more coins. The profits that I've made, just for your information, as I spoke a lot about the fodders, but when they rose, I basically just spoke here and there. But I did want you guys to see the profits so that next time, if such an opportunity comes, then you guys should not miss it. Not only for me telling you guys, but even if you guys see fodders going very low on the market in terms of price, then just go ahead and pick them up. There is no way you will lose coins on that. Yeah, if you do and you for example buy them at the wrong time, then yeah, definitely there is potential of losing coins. But most of the time when they're very low, I'd say 98%, 99% of the time, you will always make coins on the fodders. Now, as we get back into the transfer list, I've sold quite a lot of informs. If you guys have a look at Delict I was buying for around 23 up to around 30 for the 87. I sold them at 41 and 40, which is huge profits. This Immobile was in my club. I had bought him for around 30k, 29 or 30k. Luis Alberto, I paid 23k for him. Gerard Moreno was about 2-3 weeks ago when he was in the team of the week. I had picked up one of him. I had only one, which unfortunately I don't know why I did not pick up more. Maybe because I was already so much heavily invested into informs. But I picked him up at 21k. Ruffier was also in my club. I guess I picked him up when he was in the team of the week. And I also had him at 21. This Luis Alberto was also at 21. The 86 Delicts, same thing, 23 up to 28. And I managed to get 40 on him. Canales, this one was I was looking at the price of my Canales, which was in my club, and I saw while he was selling for 36, there was one on the market at 26. So I picked him up and flipped him for 10k easy profit, and then I sold mine at 38. Sirigu went extinct once again. This was a first owner. So the other one, which was in my transfer list, sold about 2-3 days ago for around 30. Gundogan, same thing. I bought him at 19 and sold him at 40 today. Ilicic, I paid 22 for him and 44, so that's 100% profit on him. Now, I did not sell all of my informs. Here's a few lazy listings, which I still have. Some more delicts. He's currently coming back to normal. Otherwise, if we look at the transfer targets, pretty much the same. Nothing moved. The only thing which disappeared are the 87 delicts, and a few 86s have been sold as well. But I'm still holding two of him because I do think there's more potential for him to rise if he's ever required again. Because if you look at him, those are only 6-player pages, and if you look how much few are left on the market, it's just insane. There's less than 4 pages, so you can say about 3 pages. So there's about 18 delicts as we speak in the current listings, which I do know at that time the listings are a bit lower, but still it's very low for an 86 rated inform. So I'm still holding the 2 which I have. Okay, so there's 3, another one at 23. The other, all the other players are still there in my transfer targets. I did make some purchases with the coins. I had about 2.2 mil in my club after selling everything. So basically, I picked up an Mbabu for my team at 359. He's currently at 390 if I'm not mistaken, but I may use him in my club because the thing is that I've been playing a lot of drafts lately, and Mbabu has been just insane for me. I've been getting him in almost every pack. every draft, and he's just insane. And now he's gonna strong link to my Zachary and my Akanji, which will make my whole CDM, center back, and goalkeeper all untradeable. I'm just waiting to pick up Akanji to do that. The other player which I picked up today with my coins is also Marcelo. Same story. I've been using him in drafts. And the other reason why I really needed him was that I'm not able to get Mendy on full chem. And this will put Mendy on full chem. Now, the whole team will be full chem once I'm able to put them together. So that's another buy which I made for my team once again. And from the guaranteed shapeshifters pack, the player pack, which obviously I did because I thought it was good value, I packed Trent, which once again, it's not the worst, but it's not what I was expecting either. Like everybody expects a Messi or something of the sort, but I'm pretty happy. He is going to help me a lot in first owner objectives, and there's a lot to do with this card. You can put him as a DM. He's a very good DM. You can put him as a DM and sub him in game as a right back. So there's a lot to do with this card, and I really like it. But I would have preferred to buy him off the market. He was cheaper than what the SBC cost me. But either way, the SBC I used only in tradables, which is something good. Now, yesterday's video, if you guys haven't watched it, then I do recommend watching it because I do think it was a very good video. And in that video, I told you guys that I'm not going to invest because I do think it would be chasing the investments at this point, because a single content drop or SBC might drop the market, and this is exactly what happened today. And I was very, very surprised. This morning, I saw a Tal going as low as 440. And in my eyes, at that time, I didn't have the coins because I made the coins once the SBC came out. And I was able to sell my fodders with a ton of profits and generate a lot of coins. At that time, Atal was already rising a bit. And then I don't know why. He's still at a very good price. But I just don't understand why the people were selling him. You'd have to be like delusional to think that EA will make the guaranteed shapeshifter pack repeatable, or that they would make it tradable. This is not ones to watch. They know that by making this tradable, they're gonna suffer because the cards are so expensive that people are gonna make a lot of coins. It's not like ones to watch, right? And out of packs, Atal dropped up to 440, which is just insane. And if you guys took advantage of that buying opportunity which I was talking about yesterday, that as soon as a content will drop which will make the market go down, take advantage and buy the cards to flip. If you guys did that, then you guys are good. You guys will be making some coins. Here's one example that I spoke about yesterday. Schulz below 110. Now, if I look at Footbin at the moment, I'm not sure how much he's going for, but at that time, there was a few sitting there on the market at 105. So he's about 108 at the moment. So still a good time to buy. Except him, I did not buy anything else. Today was mainly selling and upgrading my team. This was what was in my plans, because if I don't upgrade my team, I know once again, I'll prefer playing draft than weekend league, and I want to grind weekend league and try and get elite rewards. But otherwise, there was very, very much panic on the market. If we have a look at Doucouré, for example, I do like looking at Doucouré's price because he's a DM from the Prem, and it says a lot about the market. When he's up, the market is generally up. Being a Premier League player, and it's not only him, almost any Premier League players. And at the moment, last night I was seeing him at 85, a few listings, and today 76 at the moment. So yesterday I said that because the weekend league was extended, a lot of people thought about not selling their players, right? Selling them on a Monday to buy them back on a Tuesday or Wednesday just doesn't make sense for more expensive, right? So people hold on to their cards. They held on for this weekend. Meanwhile, a good SBC pops. People don't have the liquidity. what do? They take their cards and they sell them on the market. And this is why there's a bit of a correction on the market, which is just temporary. Because as soon as people will get their rewards, they'll get their coins, and they'll go ahead in the market once again and buy the players that they sold. So my advice to you guys would be those Dukure type of guys that are around 80k up to 500k. That market should really rise. Look for the cards that drop the most, because when they drop the most, there's a reason why they did, right? Because a lot of people had them in their teams. So if you just take 20% of the people that sold, like let's take Dukure's example, if you take 20% of the people that sold him, buying him back, once again his price is 85. So these type of cards are guaranteed profit come tomorrow up to Friday, unless it's always unless major content drop like a mid icon pack or something of the sort, right? This, we've got no control on that. Otherwise, when the rewards come, just like I said yesterday, I still believe the same. Make sure you guys buy 84s and 85s. I'm not saying go unassigned. No, do not do that. Just buy, make a club stock to make profit or to do your own SBC, because something will come out. Once again, today EA tried to get the market of 84s and 85s higher, which did not happen. They're still very, very low. And the higher rated ones, 87s and above, they're all flying at the moment. The lower rated ones are all flying because of the 83 plus. The only one is that mid tier, which would be 84s to 86. That market is not all that high. It is higher than what it was, but it's still not high enough. And I do think something will come out, a potential SBC which will change things and will make those cards go high. As you guys can see here, even I am not selling my 85s at the moment because I'm just not happy with the price that I'm getting, right? If we look at Ibrahimovic, this is a card that usually is around 10 to 11k. At the moment you can buy him for below 9k. Same goes for Icardi. Icardi is currently about 7k, which is very, very cheap in my opinion. And those are the cards that you guys should target during rewards bidding, sniping on the market. They just should be there for cheaper than what they are at the moment, and do take advantage of that. Make sure from top leagues and good nationalities is all that matters on those cards. People made a ton of coins today. I can guarantee that because I'm not the only one that was holding informs and high rated. A ton of people were unassigned on high rated, right? So a lot of people made coins like that. Now I do expect this to translate into the higher tier market, the expensive cards to rise. I would not be surprised if starting tomorrow we see a huge rise in meta cards and prime icon moments, and we should also see a lot of expensive cards catching bids, right? Because people made a ton of coins. Now I bought Marcelo and I bought Mbabu, which I wouldn't have bought if my fathers wouldn't have risen all that much. If we look at the TP which I made today was just insane. Now it's not gonna show me just today, but if we look at it weekly, you guys will see that the profit was pretty high, about 2 mil for this week. Most of it was done today. If we look at it all time, 31. So a lot of TP was made today, and a lot of people have made profit. So the higher tier, if you guys are holding any cards of value that you want to get rid of, that you want to sell, let's say I want to sell this Neymar. Neymar was 4.1 this morning. At the moment he's around 4.1842. However, it would not surprise me if we do see his price rising during the weekend. Now I'm not saying this because I have him in my team. He's staying in my team. This is just an example. We can take that same example with the Tal, because people make a lot of coins, so they tend to upgrade their squad. and I would expect, because of the coins people made, that they will upgrade significantly their squad, and this should help the market in terms of the very meta cards or the expensive cards, whatever you guys want to say. Now, at the moment, the fodders are very, very expensive, but I would look at them today during rewards, or Friday or Saturday during lightning rounds if there will be any, which I'm pretty sure there will be. Most of the weekends we do have them. So I would look into them, and the reason being is that we have potentially a second Messi uh, player of the month, or an Mbappe player of the month, or maybe both of them together. Now, 4 days remaining for the La Liga one, and 14 days for the French one. And then we also have that Premier League one, which should come out on Friday or Thursday or Friday. I would say Friday. That's when it should usually come out. So do keep an eye out. If you do see weakness in their price, if you do see their prices dipping, which should most probably happen, but if you do see those cards at prices that you guys are very comfortable buying them, then do go ahead and pick them up, because it won't take long for these cards to rebound. So that is something else which I wanted to talk about. Except that the market looks pretty good. Whatever weakness we had, we already had. I would expect the market to slowly start climbing tonight, and just keep on rising, stably. But the thing is that we don't know what kind of promo we're gonna get this week. Nothing is announced as of yet. There is maybe that Copa Libertadores. I don't know if this will be out this week, and what kind of a promo is that. I'm not sure. But if they do let the market breathe a little bit, it would benefit everyone. But that's just my thought. For you guys, I'm not worried about the prices. If anything you guys like, then go ahead and pick them up. There is that investment which I spoke about yesterday for shapeshifters, which I still very much believe in. I do think those cards will rise a ton. I did explain on my last video. If you haven't watched it, then have a look there. But otherwise, the market should start picking up as we speak for the short term. Otherwise, that's about it for today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Bye.